Hi there, my name is Darius, and I'm so excited to get an opportunity to start my journey as a guidance specialist at Reset. Um, how you show up to work is an extremely important part of any job, and one of the core principles that I think I live by is leading by example. Uh, Taking the initiative and not showing complacency at your job is very important. Um, I think it shows a lot to like the outsider or your employer that you're very passionate about your goals and you have a trajectory in mind and you're not just there to show up. Um, One great example I can think of is at my last full time job at Riata Engineering. I had, they had just laid off one of the assembly line personnel, and they didn't really have anyone that knew kind of what he was doing and how he like made the units and assembled stuff. So I basically took it on myself. I was a part of assembly, but not really that role. And so I kind of self volunteered. And over the next like 6 months, I backtracked and made sure there's a lot of good documentation to show people how to do it in the future and took that project on. So I think taking the initiative is a big part, is stepping into stuff that when you see it come up and um, not just relying on being told what to do. So, and then as a member of Reset, I think client and customers at the forefront is a big part of success. And I've noticed when I've gone in for my um, recovery sessions, like the people are always super nice and helpful, and that's really like a core principle I think of being a part of the Reset team. That I mean, people are there to show up to recover, have an hour to themselves. So to create as minimal a distraction and make it very customer oriented is a big part of that. And so I think of a good work example. So I work as a security personnel at my local church, and there was an instance where um, there was a guest who was kind of annoying and kind of being weird to one of the staff members. And she was just kind of on edge the whole evening. And so I regularly checked in on her and made sure that everything was going fine and that um, she was comfortable and knowing that like I was there to support her. Um, and I think making sure people's concerns are heard and making sure people feel welcome. That's a biggest part in just being able to maximize an experience of any type, but especially at Reset and recovery. Um, so yeah, that's a good example I can think of there. Um, and then lastly, like taking ownership is a big part of any job. I think having that reliability as an employee is super important. At my last job, they sent me on a couple of road trips to go address clients' um, issues they had with our product and stuff. So I had built up that reliability with the owner of the business and with my manager that they felt comfortable that I was there on a mission and going to get things done and make sure that uh, all the customers' needs were listened to, met, and accomplished. So, yeah, that's just a quick, brief summary of um, my what I bring to my profession, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys and starting my journey at Reset. Thanks.